It's been a bit since I've read to you from my couch, and I miss doing it. So I pulled this book off my shelf. It's quick, and it's pretty adorable. It's Madeline by Ludwig Bemelmans. It's won the Caldecott Honor Award, Caldecott Medal. I actually got this book through a book exchange. We all had to wrap our books up, and they were hidden with clues, and you picked a book based on the description. And so I got this one, and I was really happy to get it. It's a book that I read when I was younger, and I just loved it. So I was happy to have it in my collection again, and I'm going to share it with you. In an old house in Paris that was covered with vines lived 12 little girls in 2 straight lines. In 2 straight lines, they broke their bread, so that means they all ate together, and brushed their teeth and went to bed. They smiled at the good and frowned at the bad. Seeing the good, there's a woman with a horse, and over here in the bad, there's a thief, and he stole from the cop, and they are very disapproving. And sometimes, they were very sad. So here one of their friends has a broken leg, and that's why they're sad. They left the house at 9:30 in 2 straight lines. In rain, you can see it's raining, or shine. The smallest one was Madeline. And there she is, getting measured for a dress. She was not afraid of mice. You can see there she is. All the other girls are scared, but not Madeline. She loved winter, snow, and ice. To the tiger in the zoo, Madeline just said, "Pooh, pooh." So you can see the tiger's trying to be all scary, and Madeline just not intimidated at all. And nobody knew so well how to frighten Miss Clavel. So there's Miss Clavel is the nun, and Madeline is walking up over the bridge, and the bridge is over water. So Madeline could fall and get really hurt. It's a very dangerous thing she's doing. You guys shouldn't do it. In the middle of the night, Miss Clavel turned on her light and said, "Something is not right." So Miss Clavel just knew. Little Madeline sat in bed, cried and cried. Her eyes were red. So there she is, crying. Something's wrong with Madeline. I wonder what it could be. And soon after Dr. Cone came, he rushed out to the phone, and he dialed Danton 106. "Nurse," he said, "it's an appendix." In a car with a red light, they drove out into the night. Madeline woke up in 2 hours later in a room with flowers. Madeline soon ate and drank. On her bed, there was a crank. There's a crank. There's a nurse attending to her. And a crack on the ceiling had the habit of sometimes looking like a rabbit. So there's the crack in the ceiling. You can see it's kind of bunny-shaped, right? One nice morning, Miss Clavel said, "Isn't this a fine day to visit Madeline?" Tiptoeing with solemn face, with some flowers and a vase. So it's a beautiful day. Sun shining. And they're off to visit Madeline. They're flowers. She has a vase for them to put them in. In they walked, and then said, "Ah!" when they saw the toys and candy and the dollhouse from Papa. So there's Madeline in bed. But the biggest surprise by far, on her stomach was a scar. So Madeline is showing them all her scar because your appendix is in your stomach. So she has that scar from her surgery because they had to take her appendix out. You may have heard that happening to someone before. "Goodbye," they said, "we'll come again." And the little girls left in the rain. So there's Madeline saying goodbye. They went home and broke their bread, brushed their teeth, and went to bed. In the middle of the night, Miss Clavell turned on the light and said, "Something is not right." Oh, what could have happened? And afraid of a disaster, Miss Clavell ran fast and faster, and she said, "Please, children, do tell me what is troubling you." And all the little girls cried, "Boo-hoo! We want to have our appendix out too," because they saw that Madeline now has this cool scar and she got all those toys and flowers, so they're jealous. They want their appendix out too. "Good night, little girls. Thank the Lord you are well. And now go to sleep," said Miss Clavell. She turned out the light and closed the door. And that's all there is. There isn't any more. And that's the end of the story. So, the clues that were on the thing were nuns and appendicitis, and I could not figure out what book would have the clues nuns and appendicitis, and it was this. I think I really like this book because of the rhyming pattern. You know, when two words have the same ending, so they kind of sound the same. Like we saw, let's see. In an old house in Paris that was covered with vines lived 12 little girls in 2 straight lines. So vines and lines rhyme because they sound the same. And then we have here, they left the house at 9:30 in 2 straight lines, so 9 in lines, in rain or shine, again with shine. Another thing I love about this book is the art and the colors, especially on these pages. This one in particular, where it's shiny and beautiful out. I just think it's really pretty, and I like to look at it. I also like the pages that are just yellow and black. I think that's interesting. I loved reading this book as a kid, so I'm glad I got to share it with you. Madeline woke up in 2 hours later in a room with flowers. Hours and flowers goes together in rhymes. Can you think of any good rhymes? What would be a good rhyme that goes with your name? Like Ms. L is swell. L and swell. And she's doing very well. There's a third one. All right. So I will see you soon in another video. Thank you for sharing this moment with me. I really enjoyed it. I look forward to reading to you from my couch again. I'll have to check and see what's on my bookshelf. Or maybe I can download an ebook from the library. Is there anything you'd like me to look for? Let me know. All right. Bye.